turns into frustration for some residents of Park Hills who don't want new homes built in the woods at the end of their street. A developer says he'll work starting next month on the Audobon Forest development. Local 12's Joe Webb spent the day on that road and heard from residents who've lived there from 5 to 50 years.
Audobon Road in Park Hills is a dead-end street with a 13-acre forest at one end. The developer, who has owned the woods for 43 years, now wants to turn it into this. Audobon Forest, $25,000, $375,000 to $600,000 single-family homes.
He wants to name this the Audobon Forest, and the irony of the whole situation is that he's going to tear down the forest to build it.
There are lots of trees, and the developer says they'd stand on more than 7 of the 13 acres. Loss of the woods was only one thing that drew more than 100 concerned residents to a city council meeting Monday night and a handful of residents on the street today. Charlie MEYERS has lived here nearly 50 years. He oversaw the Cut in the Hill project for Kentucky's transportation cabinet and knows construction.
My concern is, with the increased amount of truck traffic, concrete trucks and building trade trucks that will be coming in through here, what that will do to the concrete slabs in the street.
OLEXIA wants to know more about the traffic after the work is done, and there are 25 new homes.
One of my big concerns is having 50 plus extra cars driving up down the street, at least 2 times a day, and having to worry about my kids playing outside.
The woods are zoned properly for the new development. The preliminary plat has already been approved. This driveway on Audobon Road would essentially be where the new road would go in. This house would be torn down. The road would go back to a cul-de-sac. It'd be one way in, one way out. That would turn Kelly Theissen's woodside home into a corner lot. How long have you lived here?
5 years.
Would you have bought this house 5 years ago had you known that this was in the offing?
No.
Many are concerned some good neighbors will leave, but in a few years, they're likely to have a whole lot more new neighbors. In Park Hills, Joe Webb, Local 12 News.
Several of the neighbors say they're concerned about water runoff. Developer Jim Berling says the site will have a storm water pond that has to be approved by the Sanitation District 1. He says the homes will be 1 and 2 stories and targeted towards empty nesters. Construction is expected to begin next month and then wrap up next summer.